Alright guys, welcome back to the Rocky Fern. My name is Luca. I have OI type 4, and today on Show Me the Green episode 5 we're going to be talking about the Alocasia Zebrina. Alright, so here's my awesome looking Alocasia Zebrina. It is probably one of my bigger alocasias at the moment. I got it just as a small cutting. I got it from a company called Macresto Parts off of eBay. I'll make sure to add them to the description. It came in beautiful. I mean, I really haven't had a bad packing job. But when it did come in, I had some sport variegation on the leaves. I'll put a close-up of this leaf on the screen, but I was super excited thinking I was gonna score big with the variegated Alocasia Zebrina. However, most Alocasias do throw off some sort of sport variegation from time to time, I've noticed. But that was one of the only 2 leaves that had sport variegation. There's about 3 leaves before this that have fallen off that had sport variegation. This is its newest leaf. It's huge. Here's my face next to it. And it's been growing like a weed. It's called Alocasia Zebrina because of the striping on the petioles. This is such a cool plant. So most Alocasia, Colocasia are grown or were first cultivated for their edible rhizome, which is full of calcium oxalates. Most aroids, philodendrons, monsteras, alocasias, they have a defense in them in the form of calcium oxalate crystals. So anyone who's eaten poi or taro, if you undercook it, your throat gets real itchy. Even handling it sometimes can have your hands be itchy. But if you cook it, it actually breaks down those calcium oxalate crystals, so it's safe to eat, which is where we get delicious poi from. But yeah, so these guys actually, this particular plant doesn't get too big in the wild. They are found in the Philippines and they can get up to 3 feet tall. I think the leaves themselves can be up to 2 feet big. We're going to see if we can push this bugger to be as big as we can. You can see the new leaf coming out right here. This leaf was just pushed out maybe 10 days ago, and so for it to be producing another leaf, you can tell this thing is kicking butt. It is grown in a typical aroid mix in this small planter. I use this smaller planter because I can water frequently, which this plant likes, without having it to be too soggy for too long. It will produce corms that you can rip off and plant if you want. Other than that, it is an amazing looking plant. The leaves are so cool on this. Underneath, it's just kind of a plain green. But on top, it has a lot of cool things going on. You can see the veination. There's different patches of green in there. And I really, really enjoy the Alocasia Zebrina. It does have other plants that look close to this. The Alocasia, there's a tiger, there's the reticulated Zebrina, there's the Jacqueline. So there's a bunch of different ones that all vary in structure. It's maybe something a little bit different on the root, on the leaves rather, or the stem. But a very cool plant, and if you don't have it in your collection, you should. They make really dramatic plants and they look great. This plant has at the moment 6 leaves with the 7th coming out. I've heard typically they produce 5 leaves and then maintain a 5-leaf structure at one time. However, plants I've seen in the wild, like here in Hawaii, they have up to 30 different leaves on them. So they are able to keep leaves for a long time. I think they will drop leaves if the sunlight or the lighting isn't right. This is grown under a grow light, a GE grow light spotlight, and it's loving it. Eventually I do plan on putting it out underneath the sun out in the yard. Once it gets bigger, I think it will really enjoy that. But if you like what you see, make sure to give a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you like. We're going to keep doing updates on all the plants here that we have in our collection, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure.